Hey, what's up? What's up, Viber TV, Viber team in the building, man. We got Rina B in the building. Man, how you feeling? How's everything coming along, man?
Everything's great. Thank you guys so much for having me. Y'all literally just reached out like 5 days ago, and I was like, yeah, let's set it up. Let's do this. And we got a show tonight. I'm going to be performing. Shout out to Vibe Magazine. They're going to be popping out with me as well. It's Vibe Mag, right?
Yeah, Vibe Air Magazine for sure.
Viber.
Vibe Air Magazine.
Viber.
Yeah. Vibe Air Magazine. Yeah.
Magazine. So we gonna be popping out at Hug Lounge tonight. Super excited. Got a performance going on, and it's about to be lit. So
that's dope. Where you performing at?
Hug Lounge.
Okay, that's in DC.
It's in Silver Spring, Maryland.
Oh, okay.
So I typically do shows, and I host a little bit as well around the DMV area. So anything that's in the metropolitan, so like Nova, DC, a little bit of Maryland. Right. We go towards Baltimore, that's a little bit too north for me. We go towards Richmond, that's a little bit too south, but
Yeah.
If it makes sense, it makes sense.
Okay.
And we popping out.
Right, you gotta make it make sense.
You gotta make sense.
Okay.
Tonight we're at Hug, and I got all my peoples out here with me tonight. Super excited. It's gonna be dope.
That's dope, man. You got all your people to support you, man. It's good to have a strong, it's good to have a strong team and strong, base around you, because that, that's gonna take you far. Having a strong team is a very, it's a strong core to an artist's career. A lot of artists don't like you can't do everything by yourself.
Yeah, that's facts. They be saying there's like self-made millionaires, but I feel like you gotta have supportive, strong people around you.
Yeah.
Always. You can't do it on your own. As much as you try to, I definitely have fallen into that as well, but I'm super thankful to have good people on my side that genuinely see my vision and are trying to help me out with growing, but it's always mutual at the end of the day,
Yeah, definitely. So speaking of, are you since you're doing a show, in the area, are you originally from the area?
Yeah. I was born and raised in Alexandria, Virginia, which is like right near the harbor. So I've always kind of been in the heart of everything.
Right.
But yeah, this is my hometown, and I'm super blessed to be a part of like the growth and everything.
Right.
But I do travel a lot. So like I go to Miami, LA, Atlanta a little bit as well. Yeah. And I kind of tap into different cities and stuff too.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice. Kind of like, so you like to move around and navigate around, to get your brand out, your music out and things like that.
Definitely.
What are a few different states you've navigated around recently in the past?
Honestly, lately it's been mostly between Miami and DC. Okay. Like before, it was a lot of, I'd hit Miami, DC, LA, Vegas, Atlanta, the Carolinas. But as of recently, I've kind of been finding that my music has been hitting more in like South Florida and DMV area. So I've been trying to target that a little bit more as far as like my Latin hip hop sound.
Right.
But I still love to check all the other cities out as well, but I've kind of been focusing more on that lately.
Okay, so you basically where you do your target artists is coming for, and you would attract them more. That's dope.
Yeah, definitely. That's where I'm getting the most love right now. So I'm always like, you gotta gravitate towards the love, towards the support.
Nah, that's true, man. So like, you just mentioned Latin. Like I see you distribute that a lot in your music. So like, are you do you have like the Hispanic culture in your music? So like, where do you how does making like music in English and Spanish, how's that process like? How's that creative process like?
For me it can be a little bit challenging. My producer's actually here somewhere around here right now, and he'll tell you sometimes my Spanish does get a little, it becomes fog in my mind. So it can be a little bit challenging in that sense, where it's like my first language was Spanish and English. Like they both were my first language. My sister is older than me. Her English was fluent, but then my parents would speak to me in Spanish. So now when I do create my music, sometimes I gotta hop on Spanish rhyme zone and shit to make sure I got it right. Yeah. But like it's cool. I figure it out as I go. But I love writing, so even a situation could inspire a song. And if I'm feeling it on like a reggaeton beat, I'll jump on it in Spanish, but then I'll just translate back to English.
Back to English. Okay, so you speak Spanish?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
my first
Fluent?
language.
Oh, that's dope. Okay,
I'm
tell me.
fluent in Spanish is when I write. It's like the conjugations,
Yeah.
it's
Et
just
cetera,
different,
right,
you know.
okay.
Have you
Yeah,
taken
yeah.
Spanish class?
Yeah, I have.
Did you
And
take it? That
yeah, I
shit's
did,
kinda hard.
and I did okay, but not too well. You know, I was
Not too
see,
well.
like I was.
Did you get above a C?
Man, I think I got like a D, but I passed it. Look, the crazy thing is, you know, I passed it, so I was like, but it was like I would just always, get around, I ask people around, things like that. I wasn't really like the Spanish language. I actually started adapting to it more later on in life because I realized it was useful, around where you go. Like Spanish is really the second language you think about in America. So it's something that I had to kind of adapt to. But in high school, I didn't really see the importance of it. I thought it was more like a subject, thing. But
for you, it was just a school thing.
Yeah.
But then you go out into the real world and you're like,
realize,
damn, 50% of
it really is Spanish.
I mean, in the DMV, like you see a lot of Latinos.
Nah, it is, and it's a strong like it's a lot of different cultures in the DMV. That's what makes it dope. But Spanish and that Hispanic cultures definitely
very cultured. We have a whole melting pot out here. I love that.
Nah, that's dope. So like, did you grow up? What are a few like Latin or hip hop cultures artists did you grow up listening to?
Artists? Okay, so for real, when I was like 4 or 5 years old, what I was listening to was Shakira and Biggie Smalls. Like that ass. I'm like looking at my literally all my people's over here. No, but dead ass, like Shakira and Biggie Smalls, like that's what I would hear. Cause like I said, my sister was a little bit older than me. She was like 5 years. So I was like 5, she's like 10. And she would just watch all these shows, play all this music, and I could barely speak Spanish or English. I was like 3, 4, 5 years old, but I would recite back all the lyrics.
Yeah.
To specifically Shakira and Biggie, like that was my shit. And then once I made it to elementary, like I was in choir, band, drama, like all that all my life, and then it just. Yeah. And now like I like all genres for real. EDM. Rap, Latin, fucking country, all of it.
So, how would you like listening to that, and getting that, brings a lot of, influence and, draw to your music? Like, how does that, how do you feel that led to your style of music? Do you feel like that led to your style of music as well?
Wow. I will say, I do feel like my music is diverse in a sense where, like, I do have different genres in my music. I don't just focus on just like, oh, are you an R&B artist? Are you a hip-hop artist? Are you a singer? Are you a rapper? I feel like whatever I listen to as far as like beats, samples, stuff like that, if I want to sing or if I want to rap, like I'll just flow with that. So when I say like my influences when I was that young were Shakira and Biggie, I feel like that diversity has played into my music now where it's like I kind of just go with whatever feels right to me. Like there's no specific lane, but I can mix all kinds of sounds into one.
Into one, okay. Like when you cause I see you got a few songs like Authentic, Big Mad, Can't Pay Me, and I see we definitely checked out, some of your work. And which out of those songs do you feel like pertain to you the most? Like to who you are.
Out of those 3 or like in general?
I would say out of those 4 that I kind of like 3 or 4.
Big Mad, Authentic, Can't Pay Me.
Yeah. And then
was there a 4th one?
Nah, it was Total Via. I'm not
3?
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big Mad, Authentic, Can't Pay Me.
And Total Via, that's 4.
Big Mad is
no,
low-key?
talking about that's 4.
Wait, what was the 4th one?
Total Via, I think that's the name.
Oh, Todavía.
Yeah.
Okay, so you gotta look at it this way. Okay, Big Mad is about some fake ass shorty in my life, okay? Big Mad Authentic is just like on some boss bitch vibes. Todavía is about heartbreak. And then you said, what was the other? Oh, Can't Pay Me. Yeah. So Can't Pay Me, like that one was more so about being used in the industry.
Yeah, because
And I mean, probably that one, honestly.
Yeah.
Everything else, like, yeah, Authentic, like, yeah, he made me different. Like, that's dope. But, like, I probably would gravitate more towards Can't Pay Me. Like, just people using you and all that shit. Like, and then just kind of just like, you know what? You can't even book me at this point. Like, I'm just focused on myself now. It's just that song definitely hit different.
Yeah,
Which one did you fuck with the most?
I mean, I would say the same. I was gonna say, I would say I would say the same as well. The campaign we saw.
You too? Hey, my girl Jackie says, you fuck with campaign me.
That's my ultimate favorite.
Yeah. Damn, it's very soulful. Like, it's genuine. I mean, it's all genuine, but like, this just touches a different. If you've been through that, like, you understand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts. We definitely all have, obstacles we go through in life that definitely impact, things we put passion and heart into, and that makes it sometimes makes the process easier as well because it's like natural pain you can express.
Yeah. Damn, I can't wait for y'all to hear my new EP. Cause that shit, once winter hits, we tap deep into all the feels. So.
So when's that dropping out? When's that coming out?
Right now I'm kind of like we're either on pre New Year's or post New Year's, but I do have a music video dropping soon.
What does post New Year's mean? Because post New Year's we already in the year, so we talking like so we talking like it's either.
Who just did that? Y'all want to hear a little snippet? No, that shit's deep. No, but what do you mean by post New Year's?
Like you said pre-New Year's or post-New Year's. I'm saying like what, like date-wise, what would you consider post-New
Year's? It would probably be like December 20th to the 25th, something like that. Or it'll be like December 31st, the night of.
Right.
Or to like or to January 10th.
Okay.
That's like when I say post-pre, I mean like right on the like that shit. Like I don't mean like February. Like no, like be gone. So it's gonna drop soon. I know that much, but. When it comes to this shit, you do gotta be a little bit calculative. So I'm trying to figure out how I wanna drop that. 2021 is very different from 2022, and I'm low-key already on 2022 mindset. So I'm like, we could just wait another 5 weeks and just see. But I mean, once I know, I'll let you know.
Okay, that's cool. That makes sense. Yeah, we'll definitely be glad that to hear that and definitely be waiting to see what you got. So what is that? What's that? What's the like? I would say like main idea. What's the?
I mean, I was asking if y'all want to hear a little snippet. We can play a little snippet. It very much goes deep into into different topics that I feel like most people wouldn't want to talk about.
Right.
But should be talked about.
Okay, all right. So you feel you want to take a second off for the audience to hear the pre-snippet? Is that?
I mean, if y'all want to, only if you want to. If not, we can keep.
All right, go ahead. You can do that.
Cause they already started playing it, which makes me feel like
you can give us a 20, 30. You guys can get a 25, 30 second.
Little 25, 30. So this is my producer JC. He's about to play, I guess, whatever part you think is the best off the EP. Little snippet.
Okay.
I
feel like that's a whole different approach though. You come in, so I feel like when I was saying like main idea, so basically it's a new approach. Like you put more, like you putting I would say like you put more. What's the word they call it again?
Like vulnerability?
Yeah, like I don't know. I feel like I felt the energy in that song. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
More like the energy.
I will say I feel like I was definitely more vulnerable here. Like I'm learning how to leave it all into my music. Mm-hmm. My first EP, which was called Me to You, that one I would say was pretty deep, vulnerable like that, which also dropped in the wintertime. But at that point, that was my first project, and I was just getting started in music. Mm-hmm. So I just feel like this one's gonna hit a little bit different now that I've been, more experienced around more. But.
So, as a model and artist, I see do a lot of model work as well. Do you feel the competitive nature is which I would say is higher?
Between modeling or music or in the sense?
Just doing both. Like, do you feel just doing both? Do you feel like the competitive? Yeah, I would say that. What you just said.
Wait, you're saying if I'm doing both?
No, I would say so basically as a model and as an artist, do you feel the competitive nature in the industry and the game is is higher and is harder?
I mean, there definitely can be competition, I'd say, but at the same time it's there's plenty of work for everyone. Like, I never have too much trouble getting booked. And I would say, like, the girls I've worked with as well, they don't have too much trouble. Like, it's to a point now where I'm like, when I can't do a certain gig, I'll be like, but my girl can do it.
Right.
Literally, like, I'll literally pass along gigs to my girlfriends, even though they're not, like, some of my friends, they haven't done modeling, but I'll introduce them to something that I think they can actually do, and they'll be awesome at, and then I'll put them on, and so it works like that. But I guess it really depends how you move. Maybe in the beginning it did feel like there wasn't a way for me to grow within, like, as far as modeling, music, like, it can be a little challenging.
Right.
But once you just get comfortable with it, it kind of becomes, like, second nature. So now the modeling, the music is cool. I will say, like, modeling kind of, the bookings are great, like, if you really put yourself out there. Music, I feel like it's harder for an artist to get booked for shows, but if you're a female artist and you're watching this, jump into modeling, because they cross-market each other. Just do both, sis. Like, that shit's, it just works better. So I do think with the modeling, I have an advantage.
Okay.
It'd be like that. Like, it just goes hand in hand. So, but shout out to all the artists, you know.
Yeah.
Getting it out here. I know it can be hard, like.
Yeah, make it happen. You know, you gotta keep grinding and stick to the mission.
Yes.
So, like, what drove you to this? What drove you to music? Like, there's certain situation that occurred, you know, in your life that grabbed you towards music. But what was the drive that drove you towards music?
So, I was driven towards music again at the age of 21. But I always say this, I feel like we know our purpose at a young age. Like, I remember being 6, 7 years old and picking up a keyboard. That was all I wanted for Christmas, was literally a keyboard. Like, I just wanted to play the keyboard. Right. And I feel like that subconsciously I already knew that I wanted to do music. At the end of the day, like, piano, guitar, all that, like, that's music. And that's what I did all my life. I was doing the classes, like, band classes, choir, was in all district. And so I feel like I always knew that I was supposed to do music. But then when I had to leave that, because I fell into, like work and business, college, all that. But then I found my way back to 21. Is like, I just knew that was my purpose.
Yeah. You like, so is music what you would consider you would want to take, like, something you want to take all the way, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Like, everything I do, I would want to give it my 100%.
Yeah, that's how you gotta give it.
But, of course, like, I'm very much business-driven, too, so I try to give my 100 to both. But long-term, like, music is always going to be there, and that's always something I'm going to want to have a part of me.
So where do you see yourself in, like, I would say, like, 3 to 5 years in terms of your career?
Ballin'.
3 to 5? So, I'm going to be 27, 28 on, like, my life and shit. This is, like, crazy. I'm really big on manifestation. Like, everyone here knows I'm OD on manifestation. So, if I say this right now, it's like I have to 1,000% claim and affirm it. But, like, by 27, 28, realistically, like, I'm trying to own a ranch. Like, I'm going to have a ranch, a couple horses, like, I'm being dead ass, and I got some Henny in me right now. Right. Mom, dad, lit as fuck, no more job, they chilling on the ranch with me, making babies, the businesses are on autopilot, the music is on autopilot, album after album after album, charting, 27, 28. That's what we're doing.
Amen. You know, you got it.
That's just how I'm feeling. And God forbid I'm 27, 28 and I look back at this and I'm like, what happened? No, we gonna look back at this and we gonna have a ranch and then some. But honestly, for real too though, I always say, if you want to be a millionaire one day, you gotta build 6 to 7 figure income earners under you. And that's really what I want. Like, just build a fat-ass team and feed my team's families. Type shit.
You want to be...
I can't own a ranch if I'm not doing all that. Like, for real. Yeah. So, but 27, 28, that might be a little tight. Probably by 30, 32.
So you mentioned a couple businesses. What I mean to cut you off. What businesses would you...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, well, but you know, because you mentioned
I don't wanna,
you threw it in there a few times, so now I'm curious.
I don't want to express, like, my actual plans.
Now that I feel you.
You know what I mean? Like, because I
yeah.
have actual plans I'm trying to execute 2022, 2023. I'd rather protect that. But right now, I do have my beauty brand. Elevated Beauty Bar. We do lash extensions. We do tooth gems. We distribute for Mad Moss, the #1 CMOS company in the world. That's just lit. And MAD actually stands for Manifesting a Dream. I'm really big on energy, and I feel like ever since I got in touch with Coach, he's actually a celebrity health coach. He's really been helping me with my health, everything. I've always been on that way, but now it's like we manifesting like for real. So as of right now, I'm just a small business owner with a beauty brand, fashion brand, events, artist. But of course, one day, like, we right here, we gonna just
Go
do the
up,
same
that's
shit.
the only way. Yeah, that's
The
only way
same
you can
shit
go.
on a
Different level.
bigger level. So right now, we're building the team. We're growing slowly but surely, and life can change in a night, in a fucking month, in a year. So we'll see.
Right. So what's like what's a message you would give to your audience, and the viewers watching? It could be anything, positivity, just a message you would give to your audience and and your friends that would want to talk to you something.
Fear and doubt is the devil's work. So whenever you start to feel like, damn, what if this doesn't work? Am I making the right decision? You really got to trust yourself above everything else. So when doubt starts to creep up on you, push that shit away.